Hey, we're back, and let's do this thing. We're going to do the Terrash variation of the French, and it's a game between Anders and Burge. So I'm gonna have to flip the board. I apologize. I gotta remember to do that. There we go. We're okay. And so what he does is the Terrash variation. So we'll go through that because I've been studying that a little bit, and I'm trying to get a handle wrapped around it. This is the start of the Terrash, and then it kind of reminds me of French, the French Advanced, but the only difference is with the French Advanced you would have a knight here and not there, or a bishop there. So the Terrash starts with the knight being here, and then you can actually take. You can actually take at this point. F6. He's now this was a critical move here. Remember that you have C5 and F6 to play. Just remember that when you're playing. He takes. Now black's actually in control. White doesn't even know that on move 9 black has actually equalized the position and maybe even is better. So you have to keep that in mind when you're playing. Like knight f3 is correct. Bishop d6. He's going to castle, queen c7. Because now the threat is to play bishop takes h2 check. Also, he can prepare knight to g5 with that. So, and then he also has a pawn e5 at the correct moment. He can take, he can castle, and then now have a battery. So black's actually has all the play at this moment. G6, G3. It's questionable because what happens now is the H3 and the G2 squares are vulnerable, and the F3 square is vulnerable as well. So these can have knights implanting themselves there, and potentially there's a mate. If you can get a bishop and a knight, you've won the game. So you got to be careful when you weaken these two spots. It could be the end because you don't have a light squared bishop to be implanted on g2. So just be careful when you move your king pawn, producing air around it, unless you have defenders like a bishop here. Just be very careful. So he castles. Now the threat is a discovery. Something, because now this rook will attack the knight, and we got to see from Fabiano's game versus Ian how powerful, how powerful a discovery can be. So just keep that in mind. Bishop F. Yeah, he this actually he has to play. He has to This is actually a setup that I've been studying in the Terrash. I have to go over it. It's a really good one to get if you want to learn about the French. Is Grandmaster Simon Williams, the Killer French 1 and Killer French 2. He even has a book that you can also purchase that has the stuff that he talks about. So it's really good if you want to kind of dive in and see why he played bishop to f4. And your dark square bishop is your good bishop, so you have to be very, very cautious when you give it up, because you now have weakened the dark squares, and this pawn structure favors a dark square, not a light squared. But Burge is kind of saying to white, I will trade off my bishop because I know later on I can gobble up your d4 pawn, and then I can push and liberate my my light squared. So there's a couple ways of getting your bishop out, and there's here. So there's a couple different ways of getting it out. So it's not entombed. It can also be pushed. It can come out this way, and it can come out that way. So just remember, he's still in charge here. Bishop to, knight c3. That was not, I guess he had to play that. But if you notice, now black can play e5. And what that does is now the threat of a checkmate with a knight and bishop is possible. This queen is gone and this knight is gone, and you can implant a knight you can implant a knight here and a bishop there, you got mate, or a queen here and a knight there, you got mate. So just be very careful. Black is he also has a fork on e4, so black's has really good play here. White is on the back foot of the move sequence. So he takes, knight takes. Now remember, he's planning on trying to get a queen there and then a knight there. So just keep that in mind. And with that, that was kind of a little bit too extreme of an attack in my opinion. He I don't know if the bishop to e6 was a good move. He might have wanted to play maybe bishop to, I know it saves his pawn here, so it makes sense to play it now that I think about it, because this knight was attacking it and there's a discovery here. So just, you have to be very careful when you plant your queen with a discovered check. Just be very cautious. Yeah, he has to push so that if there's a check, he just moves over. So rook d1. Now this discovery has teeth, big time teeth. There's a queen loss for a rook. So queen has to retreat out of there as quick as possible, and that's why he played his bishop to e6, was for preparations of a retreat. So a4. He's now trying to posture to maybe play knight to b5 and into c7. Potentially maybe he'll play bishop to b5 and then exchange and maybe get a pawn. So, and what black's trying to do now is play b5 basically, and say to white, what did you accomplish by putting your queen on a4? You just let me get a tempo on your piece. Bishop to b1. He doesn't want to play bishop to c2. The reason is he doesn't want to trap his queen. He also wants to keep a battery potential of the queen going to c2 as well, and infiltrating in after the bishop comes. But remember, the queen's there. Black has enough defense to hold this position. Rook a d8. Remember when we talked about isolated pawns? You don't want to trade down pieces, so Burge does not want to trade down any pieces. a3. Rook is taking over a very powerful open file. c2, threatening to check on h7. Knight to e7, because if the check happens here, the king can just move and this knight guards, and potentially you have a push there. Now you're in a problem. The queen potentially is trapped and it'd have to retreat out. So with a rook attack, or potentially maybe even a knight maneuver, a bishop maneuver there. You know, there's a whole bunch of problems. That's why you didn't play that. Now there's no check. There's a gang of 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 pieces attacking this pawn. But remember, the queen is kind of loose. And he's also, remember, there's a couple pieces that are potential targets. The queen and the rook, because they're both on light squares. And he also has, remember, the weakness of these light squares are coming to their issue. They're not they're not too happy. The king's a little, you know, saying, guys, what did you just do, soldiers? You just made a spot for a sniper maybe to hit me with the queen to b6. Potentially there's a queen b6, and that would not be a fun setup. So, boy, wouldn't that be interesting if he had played there and then here, but then he had that. He had that there. So, interesting. Rook f1, bishop to b6 check, king h1. Now the bishop's trapped and it wants to enter in. Or potentially maybe a knight move, pinning the knight to the queen, and then maybe sacking this knight for that knight and playing a checkmate. You know, everything's in the air. Now the rook's attacked. And wow, in comes the power. The power is coming in. Now there's a huge threat. A huge threat of knight and a sack right there. Baby, this is getting good. You gotta like this. Knight f. Now, here comes the, if queen takes, you gotta attack there, and potential check. It's just not fun. So takes, rook c1, and now here comes the pawn, coming right up the board. The knight's protected. Everything is going black's way. There's nothing that black can do. It's almost all over. White's in a problem. White's going down pretty hard. And so he takes. He has to. That bishop is way too strong to keep there. It has mating ideas. So he had to sack a rook for an exchange. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, suck it up and say, I have to do what I have to do to survive, and maybe I can win. So d3, it's not looking too good for white at this moment. f5. Now the last push is starting to come into play, and then when that happens, in comes with check. So it's almost done. Remember the 2-pawn advantage here? He's got outside passers, so he's fine to go now. And the guy resigned, the player resigned. Let's check back here. Okay, here. I'm wondering if that wasn't a better idea. Then you could just sack the rook. And if takes, you now just queen. And you've won tons and tons of material. So I'm wondering if that's not the best idea. Let's turn on the computer engine and take a look. Turn on the engine. Interesting. Why wasn't this the best? Oh, mate in one! Holy ravioli. I walked right into a mate in one. Oh, you've made a spot for the king to go to. I gotcha. Yeah, it's over. Wow. He got really blessed. Yeah, there's no way he's gonna hold this. I mean, there's no way white can hold this. Wow, that was close. That was way too close for my likings right there. Way, way too close. So let's take a look and do some puzzles. Okay, here guys, let's see what we got. Okay. We have in passing, so let's take a look. Let's go back to 15 and see what we got here. I think we have in passing, if I'm not mistaken, here. Let me see, is there anything else that could be a potential idea? Let's see, in passing. If he takes here, we take with the bishop. We're attacking the queen. Maybe I like in passing. Okay, at this point we have to decide if we play bishop takes, he's going to play rook takes check, queen takes, knight takes, so we win a piece. But if we play bishop takes, bishop takes, takes, let's see if we take here, queen takes, trying to see what's the best takes here. Thinking queen takes might be the best. If I'm not mistaken here. Let's see. Queen takes knight, queen takes, bishop takes. Takes. Huh. Not sure if I like that. Well, there's many different takes here that really is interesting, because this takes is not good. That's horrible, because that well, maybe, well then here, thinking maybe there. So if we take here, let's say it takes there, takes here, the rook has to move, let's say up here. Let's see here. Here, bishop takes, pawn takes, bishop. Yeah, I'm gonna go with bishop. Oh. Wow. That was a slam right there. Yeah, I like queen takes. Oh my word, really? Probably the bishop slides there. Yeah. Wow. So far not too good there. I really thought the takes would be, I didn't calculate the other takes strat. Let's see here. I'm seeing there, but I don't know. Maybe a potential here, then there, then there. Interesting. Yep, I think that's right. Wait a second, let's see here. Well, then we could take, can't we? Attacking the knight, Hey, how you doing? I think takes on C2 is correct. Oh, rook takes knight. Wow, that's right. Huh, I thought for surety that that pin, but I gotta remember that that's they can do a check. They can do a check with that. Actually attack the other rook, so yeah, knight b5, that's right, it does guard the pawn, that rook. So yeah. So is I think that, let's see, if we take there, the queen takes, we then can move our king. Let's take a look here. I think it's takes. Let me see. If we take here, queen takes, the king moves. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's right. I see that. I can't believe I didn't see that, because you actually win that. What was I not? So was I not seeing there? So you have to move the king. Okay, first take bishop. Once. And then we have to move our king, right? see. I think we see at this point. Let's see. So King H1 is probably best. Then after that, we're more likely. I think we have bishop. Hey. We're deciding where we want to go with the queen. Yeah, but we have to move our king. Do we move H1? We don't want to move out here because then he gets a free check on us. So we probably want King H1. What do you think, guys? Yep. There we go. Check. Check there. No, we don't want to do that. I'm not sure if we threaten. Do we threaten anything? If we takes, no. Nothing's threatened. Ah, nice. And let's see, after he moves over, or potentially maybe can intercept. So here, here. So bishop b4. He does bishop d3. Oh yeah. That's right. Let's see, what if we take? And if knight takes, no, we don't want to do that. So let's see here. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, wow. That makes sense. So let's go back real quick and see. Okay, so if bishop there, you could take. I think the reason he can't do knight. Oh, wait a sec. We'll do that line. Okay. The reason he can't do here is you have, I think it's bishop takes and knight takes. Let's see what, and then after pawn takes, takes, and you're up a whole exchange. Yep. It's okay. We'll get this back. We'll get it back. We'll get it back. We're in this. Hold on, let's see what we got here. Do we actually win an exchange by takes? Oh, interesting. So there. Let's see here. Takes. Knight takes. Bishop takes. I'm thinking that rook takes might be the answer here. Maybe after we do knight takes, knight, bishop takes, rook takes, bishop takes, and the queen takes. So here, you're saying here, 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 queen takes. I think we're down exchange at that point. It's either this or that. It's one of those. I'm thinking it's probably rook takes, because if takes, then we always have. Say rook takes, if bishop takes, queen takes, knight takes, then we have queen takes. So if rook takes, bishop takes, queen takes, Or if rook takes, knight takes, knight takes, and then that's hanging right there. Just 1 sec, guys. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second. Hold on. Thank you for waiting. Okay. Thank you for waiting. Okay. Yeah, okay, let me see here. So if okay, if takes, 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 takes. But if takes and queen there, I can always retreat our rook back. I think it's rook. That's okay if he does a4. I don't mind a4. So if we take here, and then let's say he plays a4, we can just take in passing. See if we, let's say we take here, he pushes a4, in pass a, we'll say that rook takes, then we have a potential takes there, and if the rook slides over, we take the rook. So I think we win. What do you guys think? Rook takes? I think rook takes is the move. So you want to try the rook takes? I don't know. Me, I think I. Oh, now. Uh-oh. I see the problem here, guys. We have to take. We have to take here. See, if we don't take here, he's got knight after we play rook. He's got a knight move right there that attacks the queen. Let's see here, here. But I see though if we play there, he could play potentially here. Man, this is kind of a puzzling position for sure. A little bit, because you have two ideas. I think that, let's see, here, here, and then there. I think that's right. Because if here we have too much of a threat of there, that I don't know if we want to risk that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And then now at this point, do we take here? I think so. Let's see. Is there anything else that we can do? I think we have to take now because then he has implanting of his knight. Whoo, baby. Let's give it a shot. Yep. There we go. Whoo. There we go. Yeah. So now we're good. That guy, huh? Interesting. Er. I'm thinking A6. Let's see here. Let's see here. Could we take here? Knight takes. If pawn takes, bishop takes, queen intercepts. Bishop takes, king takes, king takes. So let's see. We got a. Let's see. Okay, this piece is gone. That 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 piece is gone. I think we're equal here. I don't know if we want. Is there something more than equality? We can't do d6. I'm thinking if we play bishop takes, he plays knight takes, we may have... We potentially have maybe bishop takes, knight takes, there, queen d7, and I think we hold, because then at that point we have, let's see here. Interesting. I like that. Bishop there. Takes here. Let's see, bishop takes, queen, knight takes, oh no, you're fine, you're good. I like yours. I do like your line. I was thinking about here, because I'm not sure if... See, I don't know if that's the... That might be the best at this point, because you did say d6, so... Queen d6. I'm just thinking of what to play after bishop takes, because we are going to take. That's forced. And after he takes here, we need to play bishop d6. You like queen c. The only problem with c8 though, guys, is he has a discovery right there on. See, if we go c after we takes, and then he goes c8. Wait, we can actually take, can't we? Wait a second. Hold on. Let's see. I just want to check this out. Yeah. I'm not sure if see, this knight is the piece and is bishop, so we have to calculate out. I know that let's just start with that first, cuz yeah, now we have what we want. Okay. We have two spots we can go to, so I'm not sure which one is at this moment. Let's see what's more beneficial to us. Yeah, because at this point he's gonna, if we go here, he's got knight there. That is right. Yep, queen there. Yep, he wins a piece. That is correct. So if we play there on d6, if we go d6, I don't think there's any threat. Wait a second. What if we just bring our bishop out? Let's see. No, we can't do that. That'd be nice though. I like that. What do you guys think? Knight d6, because even if he plays there, we have a potential. Let me see. Yeah, that's good. Good call, guys. Good job. That's teamwork. We're getting there. Let's see here. I like this. I believe that might be the idea. What do you guys think? Because that double that attacks here and protects there. But I'm not sure if that's correct because interesting. That's even better. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I think you guys were right on that. Let's just look. Yep, that's right. The knight takes. Because that covers. Wait a second. What about the bishop though? I think that oh boy, huh. Let's see there. Let's say takes there. I'm not sure. So e5. So if we got e4, e4 is interesting too. I think e4 is an interesting idea. Let me see. But I'm not sure if interesting d1. Huh. What do you guys think? Knight d1. Interesting. What do you guys think? Because that does defend here. That does a 2 fray attack. I think that's the move. Nice find, man. And at that point, queen takes knight. Nice find, guys. Yep. It's hard to, you have to train yourself to look for retreating moves, because that's a retreating move, but it wins on the spot. So we have to keep an eye on that. Let's see here. I think we have a mating threat right here. Rook d1 looks good. Yeah. I think that threatens mate. I don't see any checks. He's gonna have to take, knight takes, and then we win the queen. Yeah, I like that. Oh my, oh, queen takes. Threatens me. Oh, darn it. I should have remembered that queen takes. Drat. We worked so hard. Okay. I'm gonna now analyze everything. I moved too fast again. Why? Okay, let's see if we play queen. Let me see. Queen takes. Okay, if we play queen takes queen, knight takes check, we move. That's all I can see is here. And then at that point takes, we move. Then if he takes here, we take back with the rook, check. And I think we're up in exchange. Am I right, guys? Here, here, here. Or if here, there, there. Let's see, is there anything else? I want to make sure because I don't want what happened to happen again by an accident there. Let's see here. I think that's the only way to do it now that because that's the only way to do it. Well, maybe. See, if we play here, he plays there, we move, and he's still, and we can get our queen out. We can, at that point, I think we get our queen out of there, out of dodge, and we're still good. Yeah, let's go for it. I think, do we take with the pawn here? I think we take with the pawn. Queen takes, let's see, queen takes, no, okay, hold on. Maybe we take rook takes, rook takes, and then we can move our bishop at that point. Boy, this is puzzling. What do you guys think? Is it, do we take the rook with check, or do we take that rook? So takes, takes, What does everybody agree on? Do we all agree a check? Well, if we consolidate down, I think we're actually up in exchange. And with him swarming around so much, I'm not sure. I think we can actually stabilize with after takes. What do you guys think? Takes here. This is all I'm thinking. Takes. Then if rook takes the queen, then we could play bishop to d3. What do you guys think? Queen takes this rook. This queen takes that rook. Then after this rook takes back, we play bishop d3. And then if he plays bishop takes, pawn takes, and yes, he has a check, but then we can always move our king up. Bishop c. Interesting. I'm not sure though. Does that? Bishop b takes c3. Well, I see your idea of b takes after that. B takes c3. The only sitch is though, this bishop is hanging with checks, so you have to be careful with after this exchange and that exchange. We're putting this rook there. We still have a knight that can take with checks, so I'm not sure what we want to do with our bishop. I'm thinking of just counterattacking with our bishop at that moment. Just putting the pressure on, saying what do you want to play, and if he takes, we can always take there. Now we got a spot for our king to flee to. We can always bring our rook over. So what do you think? Let's try this. There we go. Let's see what the computer says. I believe it's that. After this. Oh, you were right. You were right. Snikes. Wow. Hey, glad we went over that with the computer. I was wrong. Well, we got that one right, so we're onward and upward. Okay, the rook's almost trapped here, so if we see if we play king g3, he'll have to come up to h5. Yeah, I'm gonna go g3. I believe if we play here, I believe if we go D right now, and we play here, I think we can actually trap the rook, if I'm not mistaken, with after here, here, here. He takes there. Oh yeah, he does get out of the... No, he doesn't, because we have a pawn there. So here, here, here. And I think we actually win win the rook, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's this right here. I think that's because if we go here, he can actually take, and then he has that there. This pawn guards, this pawn right here guards the check there. So D5, I believe, is actually the win, because where does rook oops, yeah, let's see, D5. Smack, yeah, there we go. There we go. Well, hey, I'll show you why. Let's go back, because this is a great learning lesson, a great learning spot. Oops, okay, after, let's go back here. The reason that, oh, wait a second, it doesn't allow us to go back. Wait a second. Let's give that another shot. Oh, let's give that another shot again. Okay, here, 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 there, and takes. Okay. The reason that this doesn't work is I think he has a check here. That he's got a check square, and then everything's that's just the reason. Had to go through all that to get that. It's like, ugh. That's okay. Learning's great though. Oh. Okay, let's give that a shot. Let's just take it a second, because you know what? It's all about. So right here. Oh, wait a second. After let's restart that, because I don't want to have a mistake there. Okay, good. I wish you could just restart. Okay. So you're saying F. You're saying F. F right now. The only problem with that is that takes, and he actually has this pawn here. So it's important how you handle the move sequences. He'd actually win this pawn like that. So end games are all about you have to play them just right, because you can't I guess you can recover, but it'd be pretty hard. Middle game is where you can recover from any slight inaccuracies. Yeah, I just wanted to go over that, because yeah. Let's see, e4. Let's see if we take e4 there. Let's see. Let's see if we attack with the bishop, which attacks the rook. He moves up, and then we got mate. So if we attack here, rook to e6. I believe we got check. Yeah, that's right. So here, here, here. No, that doesn't work, because then you can intercept there. Drat. So here, here, here. If there, then we got check with the rook, and then when the king moves there, we play our bishop there. Okay. The only sitch about playing with the check is he can actually retreat. See, if we check there, he can retreat. So we have to be super duper attacking. So that forces the rook to do something. And these power moves are huge. You have to force the sitch if you can. The reason this is a good move on g6 is to tax the rook. The rook has to do something. So if the king flees, we can exchange off the rook. And he has to move his... when we play here, he has to move his rook. Otherwise, he'll lose it. If he takes here, we have a mate. We mate him, so he can't take. So this move is imperative to be played right here. It shuts everything. And then if he plays there, we actually can check. And if he goes to E7, we can bring our rook over, check. And then if he flees over here, let's see, how could we, let's see. I know that's right for sure, but I'm not sure which check at this point. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm trying to see now which check to play, because if we play there, okay, here, 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 there, and I don't think there's any more checks that, well, we could win the rook at that point, can't we? And then when he takes, well, actually we don't want to trade down. We got to keep the attack up. Yeah, that's an interesting reason. I don't really know if that's the best move in this, because he has a discovery with that. I'm not sure if that's best. This actually prevents. I would love to play that, but he has that, and I'm not sure if that's winning. I just don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Let's see. We'll give that a shot. Okay, rook there. Okay, rook. Hold on. Let's check this out. Okay, we'll give it a go. Okay, rook. Then if he goes rook F, we're just gonna say F. Rook takes. Oh, interesting. Takes that. Yeah, that's right. It does skewer. That's right. You guys are right. You guys are right. I don't know why I didn't see that. I, for some reason, didn't see that. Yeah, you're 100%. You guys are 100% right on that. Because if he plays here, that is right on the money. Because takes, and then we check. First we check. The king has to come there. Then we check. Then when the king moves there, we take. And then takes. But let's see, it says something better. Is there something better? Nope. Takes is best. Takes, and then takes. Yeah, and we got this passer. Yep, that's right. Excellent job, guys. Excellent. trying to calculate to see. Let me see. If we retreat back here, bishop takes, then we bring our rook over, pinning the queen. Because if we pin too soon, he's got there. Then if we try to intercept, he can actually takes, and he's up a whole rook because of the bishop coming back and taking. So I think we actually have to move rook c2 first. But if we do that, his queen escapes. Oh, you're right. You can actually retreat, can't you? I don't think rook c. I think rook c has the same sitch. I think rook e1 might be right. Let's see here. Rook e, and then if he checks here, we move up. And then if he comes over and checks, we play queen takes. No, that doesn't work, does it? Drat. Let's see if we pin the queen. Let's see if we pin the queen with the rook to e1. Then if he comes down, yeah. Let's just go through a real quick check first. Yeah. Let's give it a go. I'm thinking maybe a rook. And then if over. I think we're down in exchange. Let's see if we play here, here. Yeah, we'd be down in exchange because of back. So if we play here, he checks, we move. If he checks, we move. If he comes up, checks, we move. If he checks, we move. I think we can get out of this. I think it's king. I'm not sure if rook. I don't know if rook c2 because he could take with the bishop. See, the only sitch with this move I'm seeing is that we might lose. Well, we'd lose material because we'd lose this. We'd lose this, and he'd be left with a rook. This is what he'd be left with, and we'd have that. So I'm thinking that that's potentially the only move. So let's give that a shot. Ouch, I didn't think that move. That's crazy. I think we actually win material. If we play here, bishop takes, 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 check, and we win the rook. And I think we're up in exchange. What do you guys think? Here, 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 check, and then we win. Because then if takes here, we actually have check, king moves, and then we take, and then if pawn takes, we just push. Yeah. Sweet. Yes. Good job, guys. Hurrah. Nice. Okay. One more, and we'll have this. We'll have our rating up to 2100. Well, you know what? We're all in an improvement. We're improving. So, good find on the E1 though. That was a good find. So, and one thing that we all have to work on, visualization is huge in chess. You have to see what the end result is going to be before it even happens. It's kind of like you got to see into the future certain moves. And you have to train that ability to see that far. And like I miss some every once in a while too. So, but you know what? We're missing less and less. That's why we're up to almost 2100, close to 21 or above, as we're not missing the as many as we used to. We're improving. We're all improving. So that's cool. Rook 4, e4. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me see. I'm thinking that there's something to takes. Because if we have bishop takes, pawn takes, rook check, the queen's going to have to leave. So let's say it moves up there. I think we have, if I'm not mistaken, I think we have rook. Huh. What do you guys think? Rook E? Are we is it rook, guys, and then bishop? But then we have that. I don't like that. If we play rook first, what do you guys think? Rook? We all in agreement? I'm not sure. I want to agree because we have to. This is a pretty interesting. This is a standard one of those puzzles. I think you guys are right here. I think let's give that a shot. Yep, you're right. That's 100%. Hey, nice. Nice job. See if he plays up here. Yep, you got bishop. That's right. And then if he plays here, we ask you can. I think you can actually retreat back. Let's see. I think we could do a rook, then takes, queen takes, bishop, bishop. Yeah, that doesn't work. So here it's saying there. Just want to see. Okay. Rook. If he plays there. Oh, I got you. Because queen comes in, then he has to sack his queen for the bishop. Okay. Sweet. Well, with that, guys, I have to log off for my studies and work tomorrow. I appreciate that you guys got on and helped. Thank you. We're back up to where we're back up to 2104. So, and then we'll pick up from 2104 tomorrow and see if we can push into the 22s. All right. With that, okay. As Wesley So says, serve the Lord Jesus, and as I say, God bless, guys, and I will see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Keep practicing, keep getting better, keep solving puzzles, and as always, keep moving forward, and only look back to learn, but keep moving forward. Bye-bye, guys.